figure we were chasing down as we left Mindelo on the 2nd of December last year. And we were with them on and off for about the next 4 or 5 days. They were heading for Barbados, and then they must have been working their way up the islands. We were doing it the other way. Small world. It's amazing. Come on over. Tell us, where are we?
We are in Saint Martin. Saint Martin.
And we can still see we can still see
Anguilla
on the horizon there.
Marina following, Port Davis.
Here is where we are. And for the day we travelled 15 miles, 15.7 or something.
14.71 miles for the day.
15 for cash. Stats for the day, we did 7.2 knots. We had some nice wind initially. We had 16.7 knots of wind. And we averaged 3.9 or something. Not very good.
3.9.
We ended up motoring all the way from the point at the end of Anguilla, which is over here somewhere.
Just at the turning
Point, yeah. The wind just came round into our face and then died away. It's come back a bit now, but it's too late for us.
Too late, it's leisure time now. Job done for the day. We will be relaxing now. Over and out, Captain.
Thank you, Commodore. And the day after we arrive, Frédéric Chopin sets sail and off he goes. Interested to know where he's going. But it's bizarre that 6 weeks after leaving Mindelo in the Cape Verde Islands, we bumped into him here after about 3,500 miles. He's going the other way, he's going north, probably doing an Atlantic circuit. Reasonably successful day, but not entirely. We went to the chandlery that had told us they could get essentially the same tank that we have, water tank, the hot water tank, which is what's leaking and we need replacing. And they said they could get it the same day or the next day. So we went this morning, they ordered it, and we went back this afternoon, and they said, despite them saying they've got it in stock, they can't find it. So that's a bummer. Attached to that almost, we had a contact, we were given a contact of a guy who could fit the tank. I WhatsApped him and got a message back from him this afternoon saying yes, he can fit it, but he can't do it before the 31st, which is really too far away, which is another issue. So, although the beautiful sunset is going down, our issues are not entirely resolved. But that's boat life for you. That is boat life for you. Been very lucky today, I think. We've been out and we've bought this little baby here, which is a new water heater for our starboard hull. The one on the starboard hull had been taken away while we were in Thailand before we took over the boat for repairs because it was leaking. and it was repaired, but obviously the repair didn't last that long, and on the 30th of December we discovered that we had a leak downstairs under our bed where the water heater sits. So to cut a long story short, we decided we had to replace it rather than try and get it fixed. To get it fixed means taking it apart, welding and so on and so forth. How good a job is that going to be? It's been done once, it's probably not worth doing again, was my feeling. We'd be better off with a brand new one that's going to last us for 4 or 5 years. It didn't occur to me for a minute that we would be able to get exactly the same model, but actually this is what we've done. This is exactly the same model as the one that we have fitted, that it's going to replace. So I'm hoping that it's going to be a pretty simple job to replace it, and I'm going to attempt to replace that over the weekend, which will be good because the other one leaked. We took the decision to switch off our water supply, so we've had no running water since, I think it was about the 2nd or 3rd, I think, honey, was it? When did we switch it off? I can't remember. We didn't switch it off initially, but we were going through water at a terrible rate. Every time we turned the water on, we would switch it off, but every time we turned the water on, 6 gallons would go into the hot water tank and then dribble out the bottom. So the result of that is that we've had the water switched off for, well,
2 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks almost, yeah, over 2 weeks. Which is more than just a little bit of a nuisance, shall we say. So I'm going to try and replace this tomorrow or Sunday maybe, we'll see, and then hopefully we will have hot and cold running water again, which will be excellent news.
Hi everybody, today, Saturday the 21st of January, it is time to do some work. Replacing our heater. Bought a brand new heater yesterday, and now it's time for us to do the work. Replacing it back where it lives. We've removed the old one which started leaking, so hey, you know, time for some work to do. Is that right, Captain?
It is, and it's hot and sticky down here.
Very hot and sticky, but we're going to do it as quick as possible. So that's working day today over and now.
Well, it's been a bit of a struggle, I cannot tell a lie, largely because of the difficult access and the design of the thing. There's a cover on the front here, this metal bit here, which is held on by 4 screws. And when you put the cover on, you cannot get at the feet, which are underneath the cover. So you've got to put the cover on last, and that's very difficult, especially the bottom screw. Sandra did a really good job using her vanity mirror and some ingenious use of sellotape and so on. But anyway, it was a bit of a team job getting it all done. But we've got it in. The water is switched on. And as far as I can tell, at the moment there are no leaks, although it's far too early to tell. What I'm going to do is just read the manual again, instructions again, and then I'm going to run the engine because we haven't checked whether, for those of you that are not boaters, you will not know that the hot water is normally heated up by the engines. These pipes, these dark water pipe, heat water pipes, come from the engine cooling system, and as the cooling system circulates through this hot water tank, it heats up the water in the tank. There is also an immersion heater as well, electrical immersion heater, which is connected up as well now. But there appear to be no leaks at the moment from the 2 pipes, which are the inlet and outlet pipes here. So I'm pleased about that. And hopefully it stays that way. So now the engine is running, as I'm sure you can hear. Still no sign of leaks from either the hot and cold water lines or the heat exchanger lines. Amazed about that. It's only time will tell. Leave it running for a bit. So we get some hot water. Here we are in
The Dutch side of
Petersburg.
St. Martin.
Yeah,
Philipsburg.
Philipsburg, sorry.
Not Petersburg.
Philipsburg. We're in Philipsburg. Guys, it's Saturday the 28th and we've woken to discover a new neighbour, a couple of new neighbours, and this one is still alive. We last saw in Rubicon Marina in Lanzarote way back in November, I think. Amazing. Made the same voyage. And it's a year to the day since we arrived in Cape Town, as the Commodore says.
Not so bad. Sailed into Cape Town.
And we're having just a bite of lunch at the Tap and Still. We're having spicy Korean wings and not French fries, Dutch fries. Dutch French fries. Nice. And SXM IPA. The other half lived for. This really is it. everyone. Welcome to Friday, the 3rd of February. And it's a beautiful dawn and we're just about to set off. I think we're ready. And the Commodore is going to drive us off the buoy, off the anchor. I'm going to go and work the anchor. So here we go.
Good morning, everybody. Time to work again. You're turning right.
Bye.